in a sense, you understand what you need to do, and because you understand what you need to do, and through this information that you are giving to yourself, by understanding that these ideas and creativities come from inside of your head, and because you want this idea and creativity that's inside of your head, you're moving on this path to get it. But in order to get it, you need to consistently water and be disciplined and consistent, and all these other words I was just saying 15 seconds ago, in order for it to grow. And if it's not growing, you're doing something wrong. You probably took a wrong turn. You probably overwatering that plant. You're probably not giving it enough sun. You got to figure it out, and by figuring it out, you're reflecting. All right, so my camera died. Ah shit, this wind might be hitting on a new level or some shit. But listen, my camera died, but I'm back. How reflecting can make you a millionaire. So what is reflecting, and how it can change you, and how it can help you? You always will want to reflect, because reflecting is nothing more than just making sure that you're working towards what you align for yourself. You get what I'm saying? So let me just come over here, because I got my iPad. I don't know if I'm putting the clips in before that. I don't know if I'm putting in these clips of me already recording or not. I'm not sure. But look, reflecting on how it can change you, and how it can help you stay aware, and how it can make you become a millionaire in a sense. Like, look, in the reality and physical, I'm not completely a millionaire, but I can see that I'm working towards it, because I am allowed to reflect. And I'm bringing this to y'all because a lot of y'all niggas don't know how to reflect. A lot of y'all niggas are lost. A lot of y'all people feel like the world outside of you is what you need to be grasping towards, instead of the world that's inside of you. So y'all are still lost. Y'all still feel like, and in a sense, I'm still in a sense lost, but I am making a path for myself, and I am here to tell y'all what is allowing me to continue to walk my path, and what is allowing me to continue to get to the things that I want to get to. And one of those things is just being able to reflect. So I am here to make a video to tell y'all and show y'all how to reflect, and how it can help y'all become a millionaire. That's just what it is. And I'm not cutting this video, I'm not making it short, I'm not doing anything. It's a little windy out here. My camera died before this. Shit, and I had to go charge it for 30 minutes. So the momentum I did have, I'm gonna have to just restart all that shit. But y'all here for the journey. Y'all here. Like, if y'all here, y'all wanna learn. So stay here, stay tuned, watch the whole video, learn. Word. What is reflecting, and how it can change you? What is reflecting? I'm asking me, what is reflecting, and how it can change me? Which I just said probably like 15 seconds ago, yeah, like 30 seconds ago. Reflecting is nothing more than you just being able to do something, have a thought, have an idea, move towards it, and then when you feel like you are moving towards it, or if you feel like you're not moving towards it, then you look around and make sure the actions and the thoughts that you are putting into this reality is moving towards the aligned version of yourself in the inside. So with that being said, maybe you want to make some money, right? And you come up with the idea. Where the wind coming from so I can block it? You come up with the idea, right? You come up with the idea and the inspiration to, in a sense, what's the word I'm looking for? You come up with the idea and the creativity to manifest that money in your physical, right? But you can be manifesting it, but not knowing if you're moving towards that manifestation, or moving towards something that is that is pulling you that way in the outside world. And reflecting will help you stay on that path for you to move towards the creation, the idea that you have with yourself. Now, that is what reflecting is. Now, let me go back to the iPad and see what else I wrote down, because reflecting is very, very, very important. It's just as much as important as every other rule that's inside of the. And my twin calling. Hold on, let me tell him.
Good. Oh, you making a video?
Yeah, I'm making a video.
Alright, bet.
Alright, my boy.
Alright.
So, I was walking back to the iPad anyway. It helps you. Another reason why you will reflect is because not only will it keep you aligned with where you're going, right? Because you're gonna want to be aligned with the idea and creativity that you started within here. You're gonna want it to be in the physical, because you will never be able to get to what you have for yourself in here, out here, if you're not aligned in the path that the inside is trying to get you to, right? So when you are reflecting, right, you're basically making sure that you're still on the road that you started on instead of drifting off in other avenues. But it also allows you to be aware, in a sense of reflecting is something that happens after the action of the thought, right? But when you are reflecting on a constant level, you are able to be aware when you are drifting off of this path. So this is another reason why you want to, first of all, reflect and be consistent in reflecting, because the more and more consistent you are, the more and more aware you're going to be when you are drifting off, because you will be like, okay, cool, I drifted off this time. I'm reflecting, I drifted off this time. What made me drift off? Okay, something in the outside world. So when you fast forward, right, now you're fasting forward and you're like, okay, cool, I knew this last time didn't get me to where I wanted it. So now that I'm aware of it, I can move forward in the present to where I'm trying to go. If that makes sense, just follow along, because I'm kind of getting distracted because there's a lot of things that's around me, but I got to get this message out. Hopefully that makes sense of to why you will be aware if you was to continue to reflect, right? So that's just 2 reasons how this shit can help you become a millionaire, because it will keep you on your path. Not only will it keep you on your path, it will, in the present, allow you to be aware of where you are and the things that you are doing to drift you away from your path. A U-turn in the middle of the road though? This shit don't be making no sense. You should want to reflect when you have something you're working towards, because it will keep you working towards it. It's just something that I said in these notes. Half of the time we ask for something and don't even maintain it enough to see and reap the benefits. Bro, yes, nigga, bro, literally, bro. Half of the time we will ask for something, and whether that be from the Lord, whoever you in a sense worship, or yourself, you can give it to yourself, right? So half of the time when we ask for these things, we don't even reflect enough in the past, or we don't even like have the idea that we can even achieve it, because we don't even reflect enough to realize that we are moving towards it. So another reason why you would want to reflect is because, and this is gonna be a brief video, like it all just ends up helping you at the end of the day get to where you are meant to be, first of all, because if you only are allowed to level up in places that you are meant to be, in a sense. Now what you do with that power is up to you, but when you are leveling up in your life, you're only leveling up for the things that you feel like you deserve on the inside, and on the inside is where you are truly aligned, in a sense. So that's going to be truly where you level up in a sense. You just have to bring that outside person in and allow yourself to move one, or as one. But the ego, in a sense, drives you off of your path, especially when you don't reflect and realize why you are getting off of your path. So hopefully y'all following along. Hopefully some of this shit making sense. Continue it. You will never know if you're moving correctly if you don't reflect. And I just said that earlier, bro. So if we back on that path, right, and we got other avenues allowing us to go each and every other place, but our place is straight ahead. If we want to be rich, for instance, or if we want to do things that, or if we want something that's in our life that we feel like isn't in our life, or and to get to it in this reality, we have to move forward on this path, right? Not understanding that we have so many other paths that can steer and what's the word I'm looking for? It can just pull us from where we are truly supposed to be going. If you don't reflect, you won't know. So it's just like, reflecting also, it helps you be aware. It allows you to look back and make sure you are moving, because if you're not moving, you're not growing, then you are doing something wrong. And also, what else reflecting lets you do? Let me go back to my iPad, because I don't even really need to try to remember all this shit, because I wrote this shit down. You will never know if you're moving correctly. Let's continue. You will see, or you need to see what you're doing wrong so you can realign. That's true. And just to use my example, bro, I trade, bro. And when I trade, if I don't reflect on what I did wrong, I would never grow. In a sense, I would never be able to take the information that I have provided for myself and apply it to my next trade. In a sense, that's reflecting. You reflect on what you did bad, or you reflect on what you did wrong to allow you to not grow. So when you do, you take that information, apply it to your life to allow you to grow. In a sense, you have to continue to continue to get down that path to see the growth. But in a sense, it's like this video, I want to just stay on one topic. This video is about reflecting, so I want to stay on one topic. If y'all really want to kind of get the whole gist of manifestation and all that shit, like, because like I may just go back into the old videos, but reflecting is just helping you get the information that is keeping you from growth and allowing you to grow. So when you reflect, you are able to figure out what is allowing you to grow, and you're also able to figure out what is keeping you from growing. And that is very, very important in a sense of keeping you on that path. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully you understanding what I'm saying. And hopefully this wind ain't fucking up my audio. Hopefully this wind ain't fucking up my audio, because I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where this shit coming from. I think it's probably coming from over here. But look, yeah, hopefully y'all got that. Hold up. I think I finished what I was saying. Let me just come back over here and see. You need to see what you're doing wrong so you can realign. Hopefully that shit made sense, because when you reflect, you're like, okay, cool. I'm looking back at what I did wrong or what I did right to either I'm looking back at what I did wrong, right? To see me from leveling up, so I can take that away and put something else there to allow me to level up. What is that thing that I'm missing? I don't know. Maybe I should reflect enough to see, because at the end of the day, half of the time when you reflect, you know what you're missing. You just is too in the cycle, not understanding that you're in your path, but you took a wrong turn, when the turn that you was not supposed to take, and now that turn is leading you into a cycle. That turn has nothing but a roundabout, and now you're at that roundabout, and you just keep going in that roundabout, not understanding that you need to take one of these exits to get you back on your path, type shit. So with that being said, you need to be able to reflect so you can learn what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong in order to keep you aligned with your goal. And if that goal is for you to become a millionaire, you will get to that, but you have to be consistent and patient first of all. And then with that consistent and patientness, you will be able to have time with yourself to reflect. And when you are allowing yourself to reflect and you are allowing yourself to do the things that you need to do, right? Then you will be able to see yourself moving forward towards those goals that you have aligned for yourself. Let's see. It says, it lets you see what you need, which I just said that. I feel like I just said that shit. It lets you see what you need, and these are all my notes. It lets you see what you need, even though we are all governed by the same laws. We still have things that makes us different in the reality. Even though on the inside we all can channel the same thing, because we all are nothing but the same thing. In the reality, we have different things that govern us to make us see things differently. I don't know what the fuck that noise was, but hopefully that made sense. Hopefully y'all tapped in. So even though we can all access the same power, right? We all have different ways we have to go about accessing the power, because the power in this reality that we are trying to receive is governed differently for everybody, even though we all are tapped into the same thing. Hopefully that makes sense. You're gonna have to do your own research. When you learn that about yourself, you're gonna have to do your own research to figure out about you. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you already know, but the information that you are going to seek will allow you to use that information within yourself to move forward. So it's like you going to go get the information that you already know about yourself, but you just reminding yourself so you can use that information to move forward, in a sense, type shit. So even though we all at the end of the day got the same goal to elevate this earth, we all do it a different way. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same way with achieving these powers and shit like that. these powers, like powers within inside of you, not literally in the physical, which people are achieving some fucking powers if y'all haven't been seeing that shit, but that ain't none of my business, you feel me? Look, which it is, but it ain't, you feel me? Look, that's for you to do your own research. I'm just here to allow you to get information that you already know, that we already know, but we need to remind each other so we can all do the things that we are here to do so this earth can level up. You get what I'm saying? Fuck individual leveling up. We need to, as a conscious, level up. So, and I feel like all of us doing our own part and remembering who we are and being able to do our own part will allow this earth to level up. But without us doing our own part, the earth can't do its own part, because we have to balance out the earth, nigga. Like, we are, nigga. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Look, that's not besides the point, but that's a bigger picture, and we can't all try to fix the bigger picture, because at the end of the day, we are parts of that picture. So just us doing the right thing, every part doing the right thing, it will allow that puzzle or that picture to fit, if that makes sense. But that's besides the point. Look. Even if you don't believe in anything that I am talking about, if you reflect enough, you will see what you are missing and what you are attached to and how to detach from it. So regardless if you believe that these powers that I'm talking about on the inside will get you closer to the things that you wish you had in the outside, if you don't believe anything that I'm saying, if you allow yourself and have your patience, if you allow yourself to have patience and consistency and discipline, just yourself, these are just terms that I didn't create, but if you don't believe the way I'm preaching, then if you allow yourself to reflect on it, and you allow yourself to have the patience and discipline and the consistency in order to get close enough to your goals, and allow this reflection that I'm talking about, allow you to see these seeds that you, in a sense, it's just nothing more than making sure that these seeds that you planted, right, is growing correctly. At the end of the day, all you're doing is just making sure that you watered it enough this week, watered this one enough this week, watered this one enough this week, making sure the soil is not dry, making sure the flowers are still blooming, making sure that the leaves aren't crinkling up. You making sure that your plants is still alive. And when they aren't still alive, when you aren't moving towards, when you aren't growing, then it's not something is wrong. You get what I'm saying? And reflecting can help you get there. So this is why you reflect. Now, let me go back over here. Hopefully this information, the more and more I talk, I feel like the more and more I'm helping these puzzle pieces come together in y'all mental. So, and it's helping me, honestly, but I know if it helps me, it helps someone. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not here to help everyone, but I'm here to help the few that is ready to be helped. You get what I'm saying? So boom, reflecting also, hold up, which is nothing more than yourself. I said, okay, so let me just reread what I just typed, right? Even if you don't believe anything that I'm talking about, if you reflect enough, you will see the missing pieces. You will see the missing pieces and what you are attached to, so you can detach. Meaning, you will see what wrong turn you took when you were on that path. You will see what wrong turn you took, and from reflecting, you will be able to get out of that roundabout that you put yourself in and be able to get back on your path and go aligned. Don't believe me. Do it yourself, my nigga. Like, and which is nothing more, which reflecting is nothing more than going within. So it's like even though, right, even though like you don't believe me and shit like that, understand that it's not about you believing me, it's about you believing yourself. Like, it's nothing more than you just going within yourself. But okay, cool, we off of that. Reflecting also allows you to make rules for yourself so you don't get away from what you're trying to attract. So we got this thing to where we call chase your dreams, go get your dreams, blah blah blah. Oh, chase your dreams, go get your dreams. Nigga, you don't chase your dreams, you attract your dreams, nigga. Well, for the select few that is watching these videos, you don't chase your dreams, you attract your dreams, meaning that you plant those seeds that I was talking about, and by reflecting, you making sure they grow. You don't, in a sense, understand that this plant growing, or you don't, in a sense, plant this seed, and because you want this plant to grow super fast, you overwater it, or you try to go give it to the sun and you make it, you say, here nigga, grow. Like, you don't do that. Like you be patient and disciplined and understand that every week you water it. You stay consistent with a consistent pattern. So in a sense, you don't chase it. You don't, oh, I want this plant to grow. Here's the sun. Here's overly, I'm gonna overly water it because I know water in the sun makes it grow. Not understanding that it creates a balance. You need a balance in order for it to grow. You need consistency in order for it to grow. You need discipline. It's the same thing with life. So it's like, in a sense, you don't chase it, you attract it. In a sense, you understand what you need to do, and because you understand what you need to do, and through this information that you are giving to yourself, by understanding that these ideas and creativities come from inside of your head, and because you want this idea and creativity that's inside of your head, you're moving on this path to get it. But in order to get it, you need to consistently water and be disciplined and consistent, and all these other words I was just saying 15 seconds ago, in order for it to grow. And if it's not growing, you're doing something wrong. You probably took a wrong turn. You probably overwatering that plant. You're probably not giving it enough sun. You got to figure it out, and by figuring it out, you're reflecting. So reflecting also allows you to make rules, and it allows you to not allow it to get away from you. So in a sense, when you understand that, okay, cool, that plant that I was just talking about over there, right? So that plant that I was just talking about over there, right? You over here watering it, say you watering it too much and it's not growing. So you understand, damn, maybe it doesn't need that much water. It's getting enough sun, but it might not need that much water. You're getting the information from within inside of yourself because of your intuition, right? So now you're getting this information and you're like, okay, cool. Let me go back over here and read what I just said. Oh, you make the rules, right? So boom, that is a rule right there, right? Because boom, you watered that motherfucker and you was overwatering it. And because you realized that you was overwatering it, it was really killing you. It was not letting you grow instead of letting you grow. It wasn't letting that plant grow. It was killing the plant. You get what I'm saying? So if you overwatering it too much and you realize that you overwatering it too much, then you realize that, right? You'll be like, okay, cool, I can't water it too much because it would die. That's a rule. Okay, cool. In life, right, you have this idea that you want to move towards, and this is your dream or whatever, and now you're moving towards it, and you realize, okay, I can't keep on going outside of my path because it doesn't allow me to grow. So now I need to reflect, and when I reflect, I see it and understand what allowed me to even go off of my path. And from there, you make that rule to stay on the path. You make that rule to be like, okay, now I understand that this isn't what is going to keep me on that path, so now I need to cancel it. I need to make a rule, meaning I need to be disciplined, consistent, and whatever rules that you feel like apply to getting you and staying on this path to getting what you need in the physical. Okay, let me go back. Whew. And if you don't reflect, you will never see the cycles. Oh my God. I said, if you, let me repeat it. I said, if you don't reflect, you will never see the cycles you're placed to in life. Hold up, my bad. What the fuck? If you don't reflect, you will never see the cycles you're placed into. You will never see the cycles that you're placed into, and you will never grow, regardless of if you are trying to grow a business or relationship, money, it doesn't matter because it all works the same. Meaning if you don't reflect, then you will, yes, you will start to move towards it, but the more and more information you get and receive, all this information not going to be right, because you're going to get information from the outside world and you're going to get information from the inside world, and you're going to have to decipher between which information is going to allow you to keep you on your path. And even if the lucky part is, even if you are wrong, you are able to correct it, right? So even if you are overwatering that plant, you are able to stop and understand that you can apply rules to allow that plant to grow, because it's all about consistency, discipline, and just moving towards that growth. But you will get information to help you grow that, and it's about the information that you use to help you stay on track for that growth. That's what you need. Like, in order for it to grow, you need to be able to understand that not all information is right, but also understand that you also have the correct information. And because you understand the wrong information, but you won't understand it unless you reflect, but because you reflect and understand the wrong information, you're allowed to put in the right information. Whew, shit. So let me just make sure I said all that right, because I think that was the last one. If you don't reflect, you will never see the cycles that you're placed into. That path That cycle is that roundabout that you just accidentally took the wrong turn because you got the wrong information. You probably used the outside world information versus understanding that you need to be one with self in order to move towards that information that you really, really need. Not understanding that, like, you have to do your own, like, you have to, like, really want this shit in order for you to be able to see it. But we are all waking up. It is a lot of us that's waking up, and it's a lot more that, like, you'll see it, bro. You'll see it. Like, you have no choice but to see it because, nigga, if you are working towards it and staying consistent and disciplined, then you will realize that you're not growing if you aren't growing. And the reason why you're not growing is because you're not reflecting. One of the reasons why people don't grow is because they don't reflect. Another reason why people don't grow is because they reflect, but they don't understand that their emotions is also controlling them in a sense. They feel like the outside world has or plays such a big part, more of a big part than the inside world. Just because we don't see the inside world, but we know about the inside world. But like, just because we don't see it, our emotions play a game on us in a sense to keep us away from what we want on the inside, because we feel like this outside world is more of a importance than the inside world, which is just how it is. Like, that's just another reason why we don't grow. In a sense, let's use that plant analogy. We won't grow our plant if we become emotional and think, oh, like, our plant hasn't grown from the seed, it's been 2 weeks. Even though you probably been doing all the right things, you don't see that growth. And at the bottom of the pot, it has to grow roots before it sprouts up, right? So because you are emotional, you don't even know that you're growing. Or even if that plant isn't growing, you are emotional, so you don't see that the plant is trying to tell you. If you aren't growing, that's information. If you aren't growing, that's information. Use that information to get other information for you to grow. Like, don't get emotional because you aren't growing, and now because you aren't growing, you just completely stop. Like, that doesn't make sense. The information, you are growing even if you aren't growing, because you're getting information to help you grow. But people don't understand that because they're not reflecting and they're too much in their emotions. And another reason is like frequencies. And people don't understand frequencies. People don't understand themselves. So it's like, reflecting will help you become a millionaire. But just being one with yourself also will. And reflecting is just nothing more than being one with yourself, because you are, in a sense, everything. But that's another conversation. Like, I'm not here to change your whole perspective of life. I'm just here for you to understand yourself and help you move towards you. Because if you move towards you, then everything else will fall in place. Like, I don't have to tell you everything else that's gonna fall in place if you move towards you, because everything is inside of you. So I don't need to tell you everything that's outside of you in order for you. All I need to do is tell you what's inside of you, for you to understand and to continue moving towards you, in order for you to understand everything else that's outside of you. Like, it's crazy, like, nigga, like, hopefully y'all understood that. But shit, I'm out, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. That was a quick video, man. Become a millionaire, nigga. Become anything that you want to, because all you need to do is reflect to make sure that you growing. And if you're not growing, understand that you in some type of cycle. Understand that you probably took the wrong turn and get out of it. And understand that you need to, in order for you to see growth, you need to stay consistent. So if you don't just think 1 or 2 days and you don't see no growth, is you needing to change some shit up. You need to stay consistent in that for a little bit, see what works and what doesn't work, so you can take that out and put it in type shit. I love y'all boys. I'm out.